What's up, guys? In this video, we'll be dealing on how to style our HTML forms. All right, so let's create a new file forms.html. Right, then the usual. We can change title to HTML forms of CSS form styling. All right, good. Then from our HTML videos, we can create our form using a form tag. Then okay, let's load our page. All right. So we're going to be having a form whereby our users can fill first name, last name, then um, description or body or anything on the submit button. All right. So let's create our div and a label first name. Then we can have the form input type text. All right. And we want another one, last name text, then description or a body. um, we'll be using the text area for this. So text area is a form that is usually bigger than the normal form. Then finally we have the submit button. Okay, for body just type is submit. All right. Oh, good. Then let's style the form. So I'll be creating a new CSS folder, style the CSS, then connecting it here. Link, right, style sheets. CSS slash style.css. All right, good. The first thing we need to do is to style our input text. So ideally, okay, let me target email. So email, good. So ideally, we can target our inputs. So the first thing we need to do is to, so these are our inputs text. So we need to give our inputs a margin. All right, let's give it 10 pixels. Okay, good. There's enough space. Then we need to give it a padding so that there should be space inside the input box. So let's give it a padding of 15 pixels. See, 15 seems too big. Okay, let's leave it like that. Then let's give it a width. Can give it a width of 30%. Okay, not bad, not bad. So good. We can give it a border radius so that we can have rounded borders. So border radius 5 pixels. Okay, that's nice. Then finally, let's give it border 1 pixel solid gray. Okay, that's nice. So we can see the beauty of the form is coming out. What else can we do? Okay, so basically our styling is affecting the button as well, right? So we can target selected inputs, right? Let's say I want to just style the input with type of text, or I want to style the input with type of email. So what we can do is that instead of just putting inputs, which is going to target all inputs, including the type of submit, type of email, checkbox, everything, we can specify for just text, right? So I can as well come input, open my brackets, type equals text, right? Then if I should refresh my page, you can see it only affects those with the type of text, right? First name and last name have the type of text, right? Email has email, and this one has a submit, right? So we can decide to target both text and email, right? We might have a different one for submit. So if you want to give different elements the same style, you separate them with a comma, all right, which is what I've done here. And if I should refresh, you can see email now have the same style. All right, let's proceed. So now let's style just email. So I want to give it a margin left of 5 pixels. Let's give it 10 and see 10 pixels. Okay, let's make it 15. 25. So basically I want the forms to start from the same line. 35. Okay, all right. So let's tie our text area, which is this. So you can use it to collect address, or description, or any long um inputs, right? So we'll use the text area tag, right? Let's give it a width of 30% also. So let's see. Okay, um you can give it padding of 15 pixels as well. Okay, okay. We can give it a border also. Let's me just copy what I have here and paste it here also. Okay, good. We can increase the height to 50 pixels. Let's see how big it is. Okay, good. Then what else can we do? Can give it margin left also. Okay, we can work with this. Then we'll need to style our button too. So we have the type of submit, right? So let's go there, input type submit. All right, let's give it a width of 30%. um, um okay, let's give, okay, 30%. Okay, let's give the background color of green, right? Okay, and a height of let's give it 45 pixels. All right, and let's change the text color to white. Then there are some border around it which I do not want, so let's remove the border to none. Okay, good. Then you can give it a margin left to push it to the mm, okay, good. Okay, we can also give it a margin top of 10 pixels. What is the margin? I've been given our input margin of 10 pixels. All right. So we can as well give our text area a margin too. So they all have equal spacing. Perfect. We can increase the width of the button too. So let's give it 35. 35 is too much. 32. Okay, we can work with 32. So we can also style a select input, right? So let's go back to our HTML and create another div here. Label, let's call it country. So our users can select where they are from. Select city option, Nigeria, United States, United Kingdom. Okay, let's work with this. Refreshing, you can see it's not like the rest. All right, so let's head back to our CSS and we're going to be good. Width of 32%. Right. um let's give it padding of 15% like we've been given. Right, good. Then we can give it margin of 10%. Sorry, 10 pixels. Not my bad. 10 pixels. What else can we do? Yeah, we can give it border 1 pixels, solid gray. Okay, border is affecting the background color. Then yeah, we can change the background color to white, which is the default, supposed to be default color. Good. What else? Border radius 5 pixels, right? Good. Then we can also give it margin left. So basically we can use our shortcuts. Remember, using margin, it starts from top, right, bottom and left. So top is 10 pixels, right 10 pixels, bottom 10 pixels, and left let's give it 15 pixels so that it can shift a little bit to the right. Okay, let's give it 20. 25 is too much. Okay, let's give it 20 pixels. All right. We should be good to go. So basically we can try out our knowledge of flexbox here, right? um no, the first name is aligned at the middle. First name is the form first name is aligned at the middle, so we would want to take it to the top. That is, I mean, the label rather, not just first name, last name. All the labels are aligned at the middle. Our body is at the bottom, so we can use flexbox to align this. So what we can do, we can create a class called form flex, right, and give it a display of flex, right. Then we have to give this class to, we have to name the box, the div, right, class of form flex. class form flex form flex including the body form flex, right? So if we should reload, you can see it has been aligned to the top, right? So but they are not on the same level because of the padding from the because of the margin from the input, right? So what we can do here is we can give our label padding margin rather, yeah, margin. So they are labels. So going back to the CSS, right? Label margin top 5 pixels. So yeah. Right, there are some scenarios whereby you do not want your label and your form or input form to be on the same line, to be on the same level, right? You would want your label to be above the form. So what we can do in this case, we can play with flexbox a little bit. We already have them inside a div and give them display of flex. So we can come here and give our flex direction of column because by default they are row, right? So it has fallen down, but they are not properly aligned because we've already given margin left to some elements. So what we can do is we can begin to remove the margin left, right? So let's start with our email. Okay. Our type of text, there was no margin left, just there was a general margin of 10, right? So we can remove the margin left in our email and give it a margin of 10 pixels, right? You can see it's falling, it's aligning. So let's enter our select margin left. Okay, you can just remove everything and leave it at 10 pixels. Also, what else? Body. That is our text area, so we can leave everything as just 10 pixels, right? And same thing with our submit button, um, input type submit, so we can just leave everything as 10 pixels also. Good, and everything is properly aligned. So you can play around stuff, check different forms online, try to replicate it using your knowledge of CSS, flexbox, and everything. All right, so see you in the next tutorial.